Brilliance Audio presents What the Wind Knows by Amy Harmon. Performed by Saskia Marleveld and Will Dameron. Grandfather, tell me about your mother. He was silent as he smoothed my hair, and for a long time I thought he hadn't heard me. She was beautiful. Her hair was dark, her eyes green, just like yours are. Do you miss her? Tears leaked out the sides of my eyes and made his shoulder wet beneath my cheek. I missed my mother desperately. Not anymore, my grandfather soothed. Why? I was suddenly angry with him. How could he betray her that way? It was his duty to miss her. Because she is still with me. This made me cry even harder. Hush now, Annie. Be still. Be still. If you're crying, you won't be able to hear. Hear what? I gulped, slightly distracted from my anguish. The wind. It's singing. I perked up, lifting my head slightly, listening for what my grandfather could hear. I don't hear a song, I contended. Listen closer. Maybe it's singing for you. It howled and hurried, pressing against my bedroom window. I hear the wind, I confessed, allowing the sound to lull me. But it isn't singing a very pretty song. It sounds more like it's shouting. Maybe the wind is trying to get your attention. Maybe it has something very important to say, he murmured. It doesn't want me to be sad? I proposed. Yes, exactly. When I was little, about your age, I was very sad too. And someone told me everything would be okay because the wind already knew. Already knew what? I asked, confused. He sang a line from a song I'd never heard, in a voice both warm and rolling. The wind and waves remember him still. He stopped singing abruptly, as if he didn't know what came next. Remember who still? I pressed. Everyone who has ever lived. The wind and the water already know, he said softly. Know what? Everything. The wind you hear is the same wind that has always blown. The rain that falls is the same rain, over and over, round and round, like a giant circle. The wind and the waves have been present since time began. The rocks and stars, too. But the rocks don't speak, and the stars are too far away to tell us what they know. They can't see us. No, probably not. But the wind and water know all the earth's secrets. They've seen and heard all that has ever been said or done. And if you listen, they will tell you all the stories and sing every song. The stories of everyone who has ever lived. Millions and millions of lives. Millions and millions of stories. Do they know my story? I asked, stunned. Yes, he whispered on a sigh, and smiled down into my upturned face. And yours, too? Oh, yes. Our stories belong together, Annie lass. Your story is a special one. It might take your whole life to tell it. Both of our lives.